Fourth piece that we're going to do is an origami dog. I chose this Schnauzer Dog because it's very, very popular. I love just using the regular solid colors, but sometimes I get a little creative and I start using the flower ones. My grandchildren came up with the idea of putting those little googly eyes on them and painting the nose and the tail, and it's a great activity for all your family to come together and just make some origami dogs. So what we want to do first is, as always, it seems like a lot of the projects that we've been doing always have the same fold, start off with the fold. Again, just meet end to end and crease it right down the middle. And I think when I start doing the dogs, I could probably fold about maybe 4 or 5 dogs an evening. And by then I want to reach for and do something else. And I do maybe 3 or 4 different projects an evening. Once I've done fold it this way, what you want to do is fold it the opposite way. And here again, just take your time, make it look as neat and as creased as possible. Enjoy the music that's behind you, the calmness of what you're doing, and it just really adds a lot of tranquility to your entire day. Now what you want to do is open it up and do a triangle fold all the way over the bottom. Take your time, make the corners meet. You see I have to spin mine around a lot because of my dexterity of my hands and my vision, and I want everything to look creased and dress on this one. So now that you have that, here again, just open it up. Now what you want to do is bring this end here to that middle crease that you made and just kind of fold it over. I make, I think it's about 4 different types of dogs. I make a hound dog, I make a origami schnauzer, I make a chihuahua, and also a shih tzu. So they're all fun to make. And once you folded that one there, what you want to do is rotate that up. So you have the piece that you folded right there on that end. And you want to do the same thing to the end that's facing you, the bottom end. Here again, just make it come up, reach it to the crease. And once you have that, use your tool to fold it. So now you have a crease here and you have a crease here. So what you want to do is fold that crease almost into the paper into a triangle facing you. What you're going to do is you're going to bring this corner to that middle triangle piece. You can probably see it right here. You see the line coming across that you made? What you're going to do is stop right there in that corner. And here again, just make it come up, fold it right there. Make sure that everything is even. That's why this is mindfulness. This is not a production job here. This is no hurry to get this done. Take your time if you're going to do this for the holidays. Know what you're going to make, get the paper, get the tools ready, and just take your time and enjoy it doing it. And if you know who you're going to give it to, maybe the color represents their favorite color. So here again, fold it to the middle, make sure you got a nice crease. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring this corner to this edge right here and along this piece here. So basically what you're going to do is bring this point to the very corner. You can still see, the lines right there materializing. And basically what's going to happen is this paper is going to come down that crease, this line right here, the middle of it. So you're going to do is bring that paper right there, that corner, fold it down, just like that. Make you a nice crease. And you're going to do the same thing to the opposite end. Bring it, and it's going to line up exactly down this line. It may be hard to see because it's all solid paper. If you had 2 colors of paper, it might be a little bit different. And don't worry too much if it doesn't meet up, okay? It's not that important right here because you'll see where it's going to get repaired later. And just kind of make it, crease it down the line. So basically what you did is you brought this corner over just like that, and you brought this corner over just like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to open this, and it's a pocket. Remember how we did the rows? You're going to open that pocket in here. And basically what you're doing is you're creating the head. And you're going to get this pocket, I call it a big fold, and you're going to bring it all the way down so the edge right here lines up with this piece right here. And so what you're going to do is open that pocket. Sometimes I have some trouble. And see how it's coming together? You open that pocket, and this piece is going to line up right here with that pocket. And what you want to do is if this end over here kind of opens up, you want to tuck it in. So you just kind of keep control of it and then crease it down. You see how the ends came together? So one more time, you had this going on here, right? You opened it, you opened the pocket, and this paper here is a little bit stiffer than the other paper I used, but you could still work with it, and then just fold it right down. And you got you a pocket fold. So what you're gonna do is move this to the side, because guess what? You have to do the same thing to the other side. So put it in a position, the paper where you want it, open it up, open your pocket, and here you go, just like you did before, just like that. So basically what you have now is you have this end meeting here, and you have this end here. My pocket came out. Okay, there you go. So you have your pocket fold. One more time, you did this end, you folded it to the corner, push it over, you open this end in a pocket fold, you bring down and you fold it over. This part right here is going to be the head. So that's basically what you're working with. So those of you that have done the origami crane have seen this fold before. You're going to take this entire section and you're going to fold it along this line. And this is just what you do with the origami. So you're going to see a lot of these, the origami crane, you're going to see a lot of these folds. So you're just going to crease it down that way. And guess what? You're going to do it to the opposite end. And you're just going to bring it down this end right here. And don't be too worried about if it's not perfect. It's going to come out perfect at the end. The whole idea is just for you to relax, take your time, and then just make sure that this is going to be a gift for someone that you know. So now what you're going to do is you're going to open this piece up. You're going to open the inside of this up. And this is where you're going to be able to fix it. So what you're going to do is open this up, and this entire piece right here is going to come down that line. It looks kind of difficult, but it really isn't, because all you're really doing is opening it up and creasing it right down the middle, just like that. You see that? And guess what? You're going to do the same. This is where your opportunity is to fix that small non-alignment or error, whatever you want to call it. And you're just bringing it inside, and you're just creasing it, and you're fixing it at the same time. I know it may be looking like it's easy or difficult, but you know what? I'm making an origami dog, and I'm going to give this as a gift. And you're going to bring it down just like that. So once again, you know, originally you folded this piece over, and then you brought it together and you fold that over. So now the head's basically coming together. So now what you're going to do is you're going to lift that piece that you just folded together, and you could fix that right there if you want to. But what you want to do is bring all this up, and then about at the halfway mark, right where you start seeing the tip of the head, is you want to stop that fold right there. Okay? And when you got that, you're going to double fold it again so that this piece doesn't come out. Now I experimented a little bit, and my Shih Tzu inspired me. I started leaving a little of this sticking out, and it looks like a tongue. Because my Shih Tzu, his tongue is always hanging out. So you can see how the head's coming along. So now what you're going to do, let me back up just a little bit in case I went too fast. So that piece what you folded, I called it the crane fold. What you did is you fold it up. You're going to come back down midway, right where the top of the head's at, and then you're going to fold it one more time down. Okay. Now what you're going to do is flip it over. Okay, and you can already see your creases that you made here and here. You're going to actually follow those creases back down, just like that. Just follow those creases and come all the way. You see how the head's getting out of your way? And you could put the tool in there, or you could use your finger. Just make sure it's a sharp crease, but you're going to be able to fix it again. Once again, there's your crease that you made before. You're going to bring it over. Okay, and you could use your tool. You could use your pen, pencil, whatever. So now what you're going to do is bring him up, bring the origami dog up, and you're going to bring these corners together. And basically what you're going to do is, it's already forming, I know you see it, and you're going to actually put him together, make his cheeks come together, make the top of the head come together. And that's pretty much not a very difficult dog to make if you think about it. It may seem like a lot of steps, but you could always, you know, rewind. You could also Google it and watch it on YouTube and things like that. So now that you got him folded in half, right, what you want to do is you want to lift and then tuck his tail. So this corner here is going to go as far up as you can possibly get it, where this line meets together, the body part that you were working on. So you want to be able to lift his tail all the way up. Once again, he was down here, and what you want to do is bring that up as far as it go, making that line right there. And I use different kinds of paper, different textures of paper, different colors of paper. If you know somebody that has a Schnauzer and it's a black Schnauzer, use black paper. Or if it's a brown Schnauzer, use brown paper. I mean, whatever you want. So you see I folded that. Then you have these little pieces right here. What I do is I tuck these guys in underneath the tail. It's not too difficult to do. Just tuck it in. Really no set line or anything like that. Just tuck it in so it's not seen. Or if it's seen, there's only going to be seen a little bit. And it's actually going to help balance them out when you stand them up. And then the same thing with the opposite end. Bring the opposite end over and tuck it in. And make this as enjoyable and as relaxing as you can. You know, we're in this give and taking season, joyful season, cheerful. And it really impacts our lives, especially with everything going on, COVID, the anxiety of returning back to work. What a better gift than to all the origami that I've made. I got hundreds of pieces here in the house. What a better idea than to start taking them to work and giving them to the people as a way of appreciating them for everything that they've endured. So we've tucked that piece in. So now what we're going to do is bring that tail downward. And what we're going to do with the tail is we're going to bring it and fold it so that it makes like an imaginary line right here. We're going to take this piece to meet down here and just kind of bring it down just like that. And then you're going to do the same thing. Notice I didn't come all the way across. I stopped right there at the middle. And you can bring this piece. If you've ever been into AFW2, if you ever walked in there, you'll see a lot of the desks covered with different origami pieces. And it's really meaningful for me to see them cherished like that, you know. And a lot of the men, like a lot of the flowers that I make, they take them to their wives or their significant others, and they want to learn how to do it, and they appreciate it too. So we kind of creased that thing. We brought this one down, and we creased it there, and then we brought this one down, and we creased it here. So basically what you're doing is you're making a miniature tail. And then kind of fold them back in half, and you can see the tail forming, right? And we're going to fix this tail here in a little bit. But what we're going to do now is take his long legs, and we're going to fold them inside. And there really is no line. I use this line right here as my line for his leg to determine his height. And whatever you do to one side, guess what? You're going to do to the other. Flip them over. And now you have a set line right there that you can match up. And that's going to keep your dog balanced out. I think this is great fun for the kids, the family, to get together to make these dogs because there's different things they could do. I know my grandchildren love painting them and putting eyes on them. And I use the tool to do that. I mean, a lot of people like to go overboard or on board, and they even glue the inside, and you have a nice dressed dog. So what you could do with the tail is you need to do one more fold. You need to bring it sideways, bring this fold over like this, and it's going to be a little easier for you to tuck his tail in like this. You basically have already an imprint there, and what you're going to do is open that tail up. And like I told you before, sometimes my fingers don't work, so I got to either use my fingernail or jab a toothpick in there. And what you want to do is fold that tail up. You want to fold them up like that, and there you go. And there's his little tail. And what you could also do is get you a Sharpie and color his tail and color his nose a different color. Now the next thing you want to do is form his head. You want to take this corner here and bring it all the way down to right there. And this one right here really requires a good super crease. And then open it up, and what you want to do is open this up, and you're going to take this entire piece and fold it down here. Open it up just like that, and you're going to take this piece and fold it down just like that. And that pretty much makes your origami dog. My kids love getting the pin and making their noses, kind of reach over and color that nose. And here again, you could have fun with this because you can do it in different colors. And then color his nose. And then you could do the same thing to the back of the tail if you wanted to color the tail. Put some googly eyes on it or use your Sharpie for the eyes. And here you have your origami Schnauzer.